What is going on, everyone? Big227 here, and today we're going to be talking about a brand new game that just came out called WizardChess. It's a really unique game, and I just want to give a huge shout out to Two Left Thumbs for developing the game and sending me a key to just check it out. I really appreciate them, so go check out the game. Steam link will be down below so everyone can go check it out. Really fun experience. So, just to get started, it is a really cheeky, quirky kind of game. Right off the bat, the dialogue is really funny, it's really fun, and the experience is honestly really enjoyable. It's almost like kind of like Saturday morning cartoons mixed in with dynamic tactics chess. So the way the game works in itself, it's a roguelike and it's a chess game, but you have different pieces and each piece functions as if it would be in chess. So there's Lancer, there's this like dagger wielding rogue type, there's a dog even that buffs you up, there are druids that debuff and buff your own characters. So there's a lot to play around with, and it really comes down to how can we either escape or defeat every single enemy on screen. So the mechanics of it are really straightforward. You can only move once a turn. Now you might be thinking, wait, that's not really tactics like, it's more chess-like, and yeah, obviously it's chess, it's wizard chess. So every single time you move once, your enemy moves once. And it's almost like they are actually moving, like you see like the hand come on the screen, and they move their piece around, and it's really interactive, and it's really fun. But I will say, there's a whole load of mechanics built into it that go a lot deeper than just the surface level arcade mode, which is one of two modes where the arcade mode, you're kind of just running through it. You have 30 seconds to complete as many things as you can. It's 30 seconds or a minute. I forgot what it was, but it goes really quick. And then at the end of that time, whatever resources you have left, you go fight the boss. And every single thing you do at the end of a round, you basically can either go continue on fighting or upgrade your units, give them different elemental buffs or elemental affinities, and then even get new units. So a big thing for me was I absolutely loved the Lancer, and I loved the rogue type character. At one point, I got my rogue up to be doing 24 damage, 26 damage, and that's also another thing I should mention. The stats are broken down into damage, shield, and then specialty. So the damage needs to beat the shield in order for you to destroy that character. And it's really interesting how you kind of have to play around with it, where setting up your pieces will have them act and attack at the same time. So let's say you have a knight up front and then you have the rogue next to him. The knight and rogue will attack everything around them if there's any enemies that are adjacent to them. And it's really unique how, like, the rogue, for example, will function as a bishop. They can go diagonal, but they can only move one space up, down, left, or right. But diagonally, they can go across the whole board. They can also attack diagonally. Really unique. Now, the dog is a really interesting factor. They will buff you up, but they will also push enemies away. This is something I ran into a few problems with, where I would set up an attack, and then the dog would be next to that enemy, and the dog would just push them away while buffing my guys, and then I'd miss an attack. So there's a lot of things that play into the game. And now, after you go through the arcade mode, you enter the tournament. Now, the tournament is really, really unique. This is where the heavy roguelike factor comes into play. You start off on a massive map. It's a grid-based, and then you're just going to go from room to room, collecting rewards, resources, as many things as you can to buff up your party. You're going to lose guys. I was really upset that I lost a few of them, because it was my mistake. I did a few mess-ups, and that's the whole point of the game. You have to learn, you have to adapt, and really think a few moves ahead, because after one point, I was like, I am unbeatable. My guys right now are too strong. And then once you defeat one of the main opponents, you unlock a higher difficulty with them. And then you could cycle through opponents, and I believe there are 3 right now. And then once you cycle through them, you just pick, and then you just keep going up. They give you a different starting party, and you just go from there. And it does give you a lot of uniqueness. It does give you a lot of freedom to play around with them and around with the upgrades, with all the different elemental affinities, all the different upgrades that they can get. And there's even a little lottery system that plays a major factor into whether or not you want to sacrifice one of those buffs, or if you want to sacrifice a unit and get a complete character upgrade, which is something I really enjoyed, where I could sacrifice one of my units. I think I sacrificed my knight, and it completely buffed my lancers. Now, lancers are essentially rooks. They can attack from up, down, left, right. Completely straight, completely down, wherever it is. But after 2 tiles, they have an instant kill, basically, where they'll do 99 damage. But they have to dash all the way through, and whatever enemy they hit, they hit. Now, this is really unique. It's called Charge. And it really adds a different level of enjoyment and a different level of strategy where the enemy kind of knew that I was trying to set up a charge at some times, and I was very much like, oh no, I got this charge, I'm going to do this, like just completely wipe them out. And the enemy was like, no, I'm going to move this character away from you in like a diagonal fashion, or just move to the left. Because at one point it just come down to me moving left, them moving left, me moving right, them moving right. It's like, okay, come on. Ultimately, I'd have to do something else, and then I'd bring in my rogue. And that's what I mean. There's a lot of little funkiness that you can play around with. And then once you get past the Lancer, there's the Javelin Thrower, who's the range class right next to the Archer. Now, the Javelin Thrower is really unique. They can throw over your own characters, obviously, but they can also set themselves up for, they can throw, and they could still keep throwing in one area, and you could set up an attack, basically, with another unit. Comes in, they throw, the unit attacks, boom, you get them out. Really straightforward, really simple. Now, my first actual round after the tutorial, the long tutorial, I lost. I just straight up lost. I was like, oh yeah, this is crazy. And I didn't think about it. I was overthinking. And I wasn't thinking ahead enough to really battle them and get through it. And I didn't buff my troops the proper way that I should have buffed them. I feel like I didn't have enough time. And that's the whole point. You want to feel overwhelmed. It's chess. You have a certain number of moves, you have a certain number of time to really get through every single room, and you don't have to defeat every single thing in every single room. After an allotted amount of time, you can go to the next room, but for me, I wanted to get those souls that are basically used as currency to move on to the next thing. So overall, I really, really enjoyed this game. I think it's great. I think it has some deep features. I do have like a few gripes with the dialogue. It does feel a little too cheesy at times, like they're really pushing into the cheese, okay? And it's not like Gouda. It can be a little too much. And, you know, that's probably my only gripe about it. I like the combat. I like how it's one move a turn. I know some people don't like that. Looking at some of the Steam reviews, people aren't crazy about like moving once a turn. But again, it's chess. It's called WizardChess. If you didn't want to play chess, if you didn't think about that, then, you know, that's kind of on you. But again, the dialogue is a little throw off for me. But other than that, it's a really solid game. And let me tell you, the music goes hard. The music is crazy incredible. I love it. I'll play a little bit of it right now, but it's so much fun. That's really all I have today to talk about it. I didn't want to make this a super long video. I just wanted to really just get down the basics of it, really just explain it in my own thoughts as quickly as I can. So please, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoy these types of videos, please like and subscribe. Show some support. Let me know below your thoughts. If you played the game, let me know. It's brand new. Game in the comment below. In the section, you know, and it'll be in the comment too. It'll be in the comment too below. But that's all I have for you guys today. Have a good one.